Now, you know what is the importance of development, that too in skill development in our life for the personal and the professional friend.
I know when you talk about skill development, I think there are many skills that you can really think of, right? Way back in 2000, I realized that my ability to communicate as a marketing professional was not up to the mark, and I was an utter failure. And I knew that I will have to learn the skill of how to articulate, negotiate, influence, and otherwise I won't have a job. And I decided that I will have to develop my skill. And luckily, there was a Toastmasters club in my company. I work for a computer science corporation, and I joined Toastmasters immediately. Initially, it was difficult because I'm a shy introvert guy. I'm unlike many other marketing guys. No aura around me as a marketing guy. And then I thought, if I don't develop my skill of communication, I'm going to be failing further. Through Toastmasters, I learned how to first open up. And parallelly, I started developing my English because language as a skill is very important for any profession. And I thought that's my foundation. And that's something that Toastmaster doesn't teach me. So parallelly, I started developing my English. And then over time, through many failures, I was able to communicate and I speak to strangers, like 50 people sitting in front of me. I was able to articulate my thought process. And at least I could stand there for 2 minutes. And that was a great achievement. And today I'm able to even speak to any kind of customer. And I've been fairly successful in my marketing career over the last 10 years. And the last 6 years I've been an entrepreneur. And I've never imagined 15 years ago that I will ever be an entrepreneur and that to see success in the way it goes. So definitely self-development is important for any professional. And if they start it very early in their life, they'll be successful faster. If you look at India, India is a very large market for any learning platform. Any learning platform, India is a very large market because it directly relates to the population. And India has the largest English-speaking population. And India has the highly skilled population. So there is definitely scope. But the question is, are they getting the right kind of programs that they can go to? Because there's so much of confusion in the market. There are many people marketing their skill programs and people get confused. There are many people who are doing great work, but people don't know that they exist. So word of mouth is very powerful. So people will have to look for a mix of both. Meaning they get to know about a program through some advertisement and also get to speak to people who've been through these programs and then take an informed decision before they go for such programs. It's very important that people go for such programs beyond their professional career, and they should constantly look at developing themselves in any skill that they think that will help them develop in their career. They must go for it, and they should use their personal time to do this.
Excellent. So one leadership skill that you will recommend for the youth in the future, what it will be?
One leadership skill that I really consider close to my heart is servant leadership.
Oh, fantastic.
Are you serving, right? If you're not serving, you're not fit enough to be a leader. It's so easy to give directions. It is so easy to delegate. It is so easy to sit in an armchair and then give suggestions and advices and gyan on how things can be done. But are you going down and asking people, how can I serve you? Are you facing a problem? Can I help you? Because this came from one of my bosses that I used to work with. And whenever we have a work, he has a team of 9 people and I was one of them. And we're totally 10 people, including him. And if a task comes our way, he splits among all the 10, including him. Mm-hmm. And he says, I will take this piece because it's difficult. Oh. And we used to work overnight doing this, and he sits along with us and does that. When I see my boss helping me finish a task, and that is for me servant leadership, and that is something that is lacking largely. And if people could develop this mentality and attitude, we will be somewhere as a country.
Okay, one last question. Do you have a mentor?
Oh, definitely. I think a mentor is very important. Sometimes we feel, oh, I know everything about it, I don't need a mentor. But sometimes mentors give a completely different perspective that we don't think. Mentors are definitely important. Coaches are definitely important. It need not be a professional mentor or a coach. It can even be your own spouse. And in my case, we are mutual mentors. We are mutual coaches. My wife works in a technology company, and I mentor her on leadership. She mentors on communication skills because she's a better speaker than me. And we constantly keep coaching each other. And we do this to our son as well. He's going to college, and we keep mentoring him. We are not like the typical parent trying to do a helicopter parenting. We do mentoring. In fact, sometimes I take his advice on how I should be running businesses, because you don't know how different perspectives can be, and whatever be the age difference. So anybody should have a mentor in life, irrespective of who that mentor is. Yeah.
Fantastic. Thank you. Thank you so much. Nice meeting you. Thank you.